strange. I'm quite sure that this is the location my mother wrote about, but... I'm starting to have second thoughts. But since we're here, I still think we should go inside and explore in full.
Yeah, makes sense. Who knows? Maybe there's a surprise waiting in there for us. So, what does the notebook say exactly?
Let me think. A crane brings one fresh flower in its beak to decorate my hair, while a white rabbit sews a hemline from 4 rays of moonlight. Dressed appropriately, I face eastward and call out Tsubaki's name 7 times. In the blink of an eye, I'm standing on the path that leads to her house.
Sounds like a fairy tale. So your mom would do a little ritual.
I have a feeling that it could be some sort of code. Let's get a little closer before coming to any conclusions.
Hein?
Dis-toi que j'ai des bons persos, je fais de bons dégâts, j'ai enlevé un garde.
Bon, bon, bon.
Oh non, ça me casse les couilles. Voilà, je peux plus utiliser mes compétences. Et oui, mais... Voilà.
There are some bushes on the rocks in here. Could that be anything?
Allez, mais nique ta mère. Oui, baguette, genre tu me trouves aussi loin, bien sûr. Oui. Bref. Jamais. Lors du chemin de la définition divine, ça va être... Oh, j'ai réussi à survivre assez longtemps. Taper contre elle, c'est mieux qu'elle que...
Let's recap what the notebook says. Maybe it'll give us a hint.
A crane brings one fresh flower in its beak to decorate my hair, while a white rabbit sews a hemline from 4 rays of moonlight. Dressed appropriately, I face eastward and call out Tsubaki's name 7 times. In the blink of an eye, I'm standing on the path that leads to her house.
Hein?
Les animations de Genshin sont incroyables.
Non mais prends tout monter.
Toi, je suis sûr que t'es en train de taper tes meilleurs trucs, moi je me tape des cinématiques.
Strange. There's nothing in here. Let's keep looking around.
C'est bon. J'ai compris c'est quoi le principe du truc. En vrai, vraiment actuellement, qu'est-ce que je fais si je tape pas mes meilleurs trucs, hein? Je suis en train de putain de taper des vieilles quêtes de merde là.
Ouais, je vais pas trop le temps.
Mac once. 4 times.
T'as combien de primogènes?
7 times. Oh, j'en ai pas beaucoup. J'en ai utilisé, j'ai fait une ouverture de 10 il y a pas longtemps.
Tu as
There's
1180.
nobody here. Just the
Et là, je suis en
sparks.
train d'économiser mes astérions pour acheter les orbes.
Did it
Bon,
open?
oui.
Did it open? Did our Inazuma
Parce que là, j'en ai
Duck leave any
360
treasure here?
items, je crois.
Ouais.
What's
Je vais en
this?
prendre 3, 4
Huh. Looks like a book.
It seems to be another notebook. Could it be Tsubaki's notebook? Let's step back outside now. The atmosphere here is different than I'd
Ah, sérieux, genre,
imagined.
je la mets une DPS, alors c'est un
Somehow,
peu
it makes me a little
genre, en
reluctant
fait,
to
genre,
open
allez,
the notebook.
Paimon knows what you mean. Reading and look.
Ah, je dois être là-bas, c'est un peu loin.
Here will do just fine.
Donc, combien je te touche en bas?
Okay, let's see what the notebook says. Ooh, Paimon bets it's all about mysterious treasure. What is it? Why are you whispering all of a sudden? You're making Paimon nervous.
Ah, et t'es à R combien du coup?
35.
oui.
Oh, you want to let Ayaka read the notebook without
Mais après, toi, t'avais
distraction.
beaucoup plus de quêtes que moi du coup
Seems
là.
whatever's
Ouais.
written in there must be pretty major after all. But, based on her expression, probably not a treasure map. What could it be?
Je vais me taper comme tu dis. Donc là, je vais passer à R34.
Traveler, Paimon? Sorry to keep you waiting so long.
No worries, it wasn't long at all. You're a very fast reader.
Yes, I have. I think I have to share the truth of this notebook with you both. Even though the contents are completely different than what I was expecting.
Different how? You mean it wasn't a fox envoy who wrote this?
Not a fox envoy, no. It turns out that Tsubaki's real identity is my mother herself.
Huh?
Surprised? Me too. But that's what it says at the very beginning of the notebook. Tsubaki and I are the same person, and yet we are different. When I become Tsubaki, I stop being Kamisato Kayo and become the most ordinary woman in the world. What follows in these pages is the ordinary, everyday life of a regular person. Nothing more, nothing less. This notebook is, for the most part, a collection of my mother's musings, both private and trivial. All of the things we thought were about Tsubaki were in fact about my mother herself.
So that means that the kimono design and the international dishes
Are things that my mother wished to try, yes. I'm sure this all sounds utterly bizarre to you, but to me at least, my mother's behavior is completely understandable. Or to put it another way, I actually have another side to myself as well. I was at a loss for words when I started reading the contents of the notebook. It almost felt like someone had looked inside my mind, examined my thoughts, and then written them all down on paper.
Ayaka.
From the moment my mother married my father, she became the mother of the Kamisato household. And with that came all sorts of duties. At the same time, the prestige of the Yashiro Commission brought its own share of responsibility. On top of that, every action she ever took was seen as representing the Kamisato clan. People were always watching her. Under such circumstances, she never had much time to do the things she After my father passed away, Ayato and I took over responsibility for the affairs of the clan. We ran into all sorts of difficulties during that time. I'm not sure if people outside the clan could ever imagine what it was like. Every time I found myself up against a difficult issue, I'd ask myself, did my mother go through this too? What would she have done in this situation? Maybe it's because it had been so long since I last saw her,
Inazuma, est-ce que t'as découvert les théâtres
somehow, all that was
Les
left of her in my mind was the
parce
sight of her
que
that
y a un truc à
inspired
faire en
awe
fait, tu gagnes
and
genre
commanded
là
respect.
les projets.
Non, j'ai pas encore trouvé.
But my image of her was incorrect. When I read this notebook, I realized she was just like me. Underneath whatever position she may have held, she was just an ordinary person. She liked pretty kimonos. She wanted to try food from different places. She yearned to see sights she'd never seen before. Maybe this all sounds immature to you, but I feel just the same way. I want to live life not as Kamisato Ayaka, but as an ordinary woman. Mother wrote that she'd always wanted to go to a local Inazuman festival. She said that sometimes, on a clear night, if you looked out from our house, you could see lights off in the distance. I've seen those lights too. It looks so lively with so many people. And it's so brightly lit, it makes the whole sky glow. Of course, sometimes it does make me a bit anxious from a public order perspective. But for someone of my position to just show up at a festival with no warning, it could be considered improper etiquette. Especially in my parents' generation, when the Yashiro Commission didn't have a particularly close relationship with the populace. Even if no one stopped us, the idea of the Yashiro Commission going out into the crowd, it'd certainly draw some strange looks. People would probably start thinking there was trouble afoot.
Ouais, my bad, j'ai accroché mon micro, comme un connard.
J'ai cru que c'était dans ma cinématique, c'est passé tellement parfaitement.
She didn't want to disturb them.
So the kimono design,
Mais vraiment,
that
c'est
must
passé au
have
bon
been the
moment.
outfit she
Parlez,
planned
il a
on
regardé,
wearing if she ever did go to a festival, right?
il a regardé à côté de lui comme s'il y avait un truc qui était tombé.
And sometimes,
Ah.
festivals sell international food.
Ça fait fou.
She wanted to try that too. I
Du coup,
hope
t'as le
this
pass
isn't
de
a
bataille,
disrespectful thing to say, but
Hein?
I never knew
Est-ce
my
que t'as
mother was
débloqué
so
le
in touch
pass
with
de
her inner
bataille?
child.
Non.
Well, that's
Quoi?
not
Si, tu es censé
disrespectful
l'avoir.
at all.
Appuie sur ton
Thinks
start
your mom
là.
was the best
T'as
of
Bah
pas
attends, je suis en
trouvé le pass.
cinématique.
A big softie on the
Production.
inside.
Bah si,
and a
j'ai
big
débloqué,
sense of
mais
responsibility on the
j'ai pas vraiment
Toi,
regardé.
tu fais pas au palier.
Without knowing it, I've ended up fulfilling several of my mother's wishes already.
Ah non,
But going to a festival is the one thing that I cannot do for her. Perhaps this is one thing that can simply never be. I understand. Thank you. I think I realize something now. Mother and I are so similar in so many ways. The things she faced are things that I too will go on to face. She chose to place her unfulfilled wishes onto the identity of Tsubaki. As for me, I've already decided.
Ta gueule, putain.
Oh, so you
En
decided
vrai,
on
c'était,
an
je crois
alter
qu'avec
ego.
les gens, ils avaient tous des
I don't
iPhones.
plan to do anything like that.
Non, moi je préfère Samsung.
I think I will set myself a new goal. To live each day without regrets. So,
Ça, c'est tout.
Traveler,
Après, il a fait Samsung, iPhone, Samsung. Il a passé.
Deep breaths, Sayaka.
Pourquoi je découvre Goro?
Deep
Qu'est-ce que
breaths.
tu veux
Would you be at all interested in checking out an Inazuman festival?
Paimon's been dying to go ever since we saw that poster.
faire?
Paimon would love to go with you, Ayaka.
Hey, come on, don't make fun. It's just because I used to have the same concerns my mother did. But now, I don't think I need to worry about it so much. I'm going to be true to myself and fulfill the wish that my mother and I shared. I know that you of all people can understand me going my own way on this. So, let's do this, you and me. Let's go to a festival.
Paimon wants to come. Festivals here have
Regarde,
loads of
je vais
tasty snacks too, right? Oh, and fun and games.
Great. Thanks, you guys. If we head over now, we should still make it in time.
Oh, good point. Today is the last day, right? What are we waiting for? Let's go.
2 secondes, je reviens.
Onwards. We have work to do.
Est-ce que t'as déjà léché les deux? Allez, répondre là. Des bises. Et tu bises? T'as aidé?
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here. I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard. It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here. Onwards. We have work to do. It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here. Onwards. We have work to do.
Du coup. Bon.
C'est bien, depuis tout à l'heure je te parlais et tu répondais pas.
Oui, je t'ai dit, je reviens.
Mais je t'ai dit que j'étais parti seul.
Non, tu me l'avais pas dit. En tout cas, si tu me l'as dit quand j'étais déjà parti.
Non, c'est ça, j'ai fait je vais partir seul. Après, le mec dans la cinématique il a dit, il a fait maths et maths.
Putain, chacal. J'ai pas envie de me taper contre toi, vraiment.
Faites votre rapport à Goro. Je vais bien le faire, hein. Vraiment, y a pas de problème. Bon, il faut qu'il soit là, j'arrive.
We're here, but it doesn't seem as lively as Paimon imagined. What's going on?
Since it's the final day, many of the visitors must have already returned home. I've heard that the peddlers often close up shop earlier on the last day because there are fewer people around. I'll go and ask. Whatever happens, I at least need to go inside just this once.
That's the way to go. We'll be right there with you.
Allez sur le fion. Oh.
Quoi?
Non, je sais juste pas lire.
Le mec, aller sur le fion, d'accord.
Mais je veux bien aller sur le tien.
Non.
Non, tu veux pas?
Non, ça va aller, t'inquiète. Je laisse ma place à un autre, tu vois.
It's just that there aren't many people
Ok,
left.
tu fais la place à
Let's hurry and
Télétobies,
see
bien
as much
joué.
as we can.
Hey, look at that stall. They have so many masks. Paimon's heard that everyone's supposed to wear a
Oh,
mask
pourquoi
at
pas,
these
mon
kinds of
avis.
festivals. Is that rule still around nowadays, or...?
That used to be the custom, yes. And today, it's still a popular way to dress up during festivals. But it's not a hard and fast rule.
Hey, is that who I
Oh,
think
sorte
it
de
is?
bête
Miss
cinématique.
Kamisato, right?
Oh, greetings.
People seem to recognize Ayaka wherever we go. Guess that's just what it's like when you're a famous Inazuman.
But of course, the Kamisato clan leads the Yashiro Commission. It's one of the most well-known clans in Inazuma. Not least because back when Master and Miss Kamisato had just taken over the family's affairs, they used to make public appearances all the time. Some of the younger generations have never even seen Miss Kamisato in person before. Being the age I am, I'm lucky enough to have seen her on many occasions over the years.
You're too kind. My brother and I simply go where we must to fulfill our duties.
But this is the first time I've seen anyone from your family at a festival. There must be some official business, I take it.
Oh, there isn't actually. Today, I'm taking my traveler friend here around to see the sights.
Oh, a traveler? Huh. Now that you mention it, you do look like you've come a long way to get here. First time in Inazuma? Hope you enjoy yourself, young one. Ah, excuse me 1 second. Hey everyone, listen up! Don't close up yet! Miss Kamisato has come to join the festival!
No, it's not like that. Please, there's no need to make a fuss. We're just here to...
Pourquoi tu me
It's the
constats
what,
vraiment?
mister? If you hadn't
Moi,
let them
cet
know,
temps-là
they'd
et
start
tout, toi,
closing
tu
down
me
about
regardes.
now, right? At least it sure looks like that time of day.
Yep, you got it. But on account of this being the first time Miss Kamisato has ever come to the festival, it seems only fair to keep things open a little longer.
Gel là.
Oh, here's a couple of masks for you. On the house.
No. You've been far too accommodating to us already.
Trop fort le gel et le
We
feu, hein,
couldn't
vraiment.
possibly...
Une des meilleures trucs.
Ah, don't give me all that. Here
C'est
you
haut
go.
gel feu, hein.
Here you go. It's not often that we regular folks get some
C'est quoi, toi,
attention
comme
from the
film,
Yashiro Commission, so I've got to mark the occasion somehow. Besides, it'll make
Ah, y en
me
a
look
encore un
bad
qui-
if you refuse.
But... Okay, I think I understand.
It's my pleasure. You have yourself a good time.
Sir, do you have anything for Paimon?
Oh,
Télétobies.
hello there, kiddo. I'm sorry, but we don't have any masks in your size.
Huh? Surely you're not gonna let Paimon be the only one at the festival without a mask?
Ça m'a dit de me aller.
Paimon, don't worry. Wearing a mask is optional.
What? Paimon doesn't want to feel left out.
How about a Tree leaf. That should be enough to cover up that little face of yours.
What? No way!
Oh, okay then.
Je sais pas, j'avais envie.
In that case, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do right now. But don't you worry, kiddo. I'll have a mini mask made specially for you when I get back.
I cannot thank you enough.
Aw, it's nothing. But I won't hold you up any longer. You should go and enjoy the festival while everything's still lit up.
All right. Traveler, shall we? Oh, wait. Just one thing. I need to explain myself. I got a little nervous back there and I just made up any old excuse. But don't think of this as me taking you sightseeing, please. I brought you here because I genuinely wanted to spend time with you. Okay, great.
Oui, what? Il y a des bulles. Et des tubbies.
Traveler, look!
Hein?
This doll's doing fortune slips.
C'est mon copain.
Je t'entends très mal, gros.
Miss Kamisato, hello there. You're out with friends today? Oh, what a
Je
rare
t'entends pas fort.
privilege. Welcome.
Voilà.
How much is it per
Voilà.
draw?